Congratulations, our hero Klever is with us again. How is it going? Not too bad. We keep it up. It's all good. Wild Field Battalion, congratulations. Finally, we have our own flag, our own symbol. What can we say now about the reasons why Russians fled so quickly from the Kharkiv region? What were the key factors in our victory of our offensive? First of all, it's motivation. Secondly, it's tactics and strategy of our command. And thirdly, all Muscovites are bastards and stupid orcs. From your experience of running the Wild Field Battalion, what interesting things can be told about how Russians retreated? Was this retreat organized? And how quickly did they escape? They escaped very quickly. They left everything behind. Their retreat was not organized. Some of their groups are still seeking ways to live. They cannot get anything done. They are dying little by little along the way. We take prisoners and pass them to SBU. They are scared and have zero motivation. They understand that they are trying to fight with one of the strongest armies in Europe and with motivated people. Therefore, they have no chance and they understand it. You have just communicated with the recon team, and they say they detain Russians every day. Every day. We detain deserters, and what's more said, collaborators as well. Deserters that you capture, who are they? Luhansk Russian-backed separatists and Russian soldiers. DNR, I did not see them alive. Mostly LPR among the captured. What is the proportion of them and Russians? 50-50. Russians within these units. What are the names of the units or their types of forces? Mostly Kaliningrad. They fled from Balaklia and are still fleeing. Any interesting stories prisoners share with you? What were they doing here? Why did they come to this land? And why did they flee? They fled because of fear, that is understood. Their task is pretty clear. Their task is pretty much looting, because they themselves do not understand what kind of fascism they are fighting here. That's why it's hard to say what motivates them. Mainly it's rank and file, desperate groups who do not understand where friends or foes. In general, they are not true soldiers. This somehow their psychology of perception has changed after 6 months of war. I think lots of them accepted the fact that they will die, that there is no other future for them. And what was enemy doing in now deoccupied territories? What could locals say about them? Unfortunately, the enemy was engaged in abusing the local population. Majority of those who we helped to evacuate and people we helped told us about how local people were tortured. They told us about how they tried to find anti-terrorist operation veterans, how they interrogated people at local pre-trial detention center, about looting and rape, such facts. Were the facts of violence against children and women? I heard about women. I can't say about children. I didn't hear anything about it. What do people say? How did they manage to survive? Did they collect food? They didn't leave the house. They ate what they stored. What was in the cellars or in the garages somewhere. Some of them managed to access stores and tried to buy something. The people, local population, they tried not to communicate with Russians too much. And some of them who communicated, the terror descended on them, and they were just mocking. In an interview with the French newspaper Le Monde, our heroic battalion commander Andriy Tuman spoke a lot about the soldiers and their motivation. What can you say? How do you evaluate the actions during the offensive of Kharkiv Oblast? What can you say about the soldiers of battalion? The soldiers of battalion are motivated to continue fighting for the independence and sovereignty and state of Ukraine. They're ready to protect the land and to carry out a combat task of any complexity in any position. We filmed a scene where you seized a large amount of weapons and ammunition. By the way, these shots flew around all world's medias. A lot of people approached me. There was a line of people who wanted to meet the hero of offensive in Kharkiv Oblast. Everyone was especially impressed by the amount of equipment, weapons that you captured at the position, Peter, Moscow and others. And then you told that you will return these weapons to their owners. You said that you will return the weapons. Did you keep the promise? Yes, it's coming back little by little. Not as much as we would like, but we give them back the weapons. Only in the form of hot fire. That's why it all works, as they say. Which of the Russian weapons did you like the most and what did you not like? I like to destroy them with the Russian fagot, bassoon. I like bassoon and the charges for SPG-9. Now turning to our battalion commander, what words would you like to address him, so that he hear? May he recover. He is aware that his unit is waiting for him. It's all fun and games here, business as usual. We will say he is aware that we are just starting to fight. Again, a traditional question. Has your desire changed? What do you want to change for yourself after the war is finished? The desire has not changed. In any case, the desire is the same. We will destroy them, and then I will go to the forest for fishing. With someone or alone? I will go alone. I am sick and tired of the people around me. A joke. I'd rather go without my phone. And if I get together with you, let's not spoil the relationship, at least once a month. Good. Thanks for your excellent sense of humor. You now have a cohort of your fans, especially female fans. After the last interview, the young ladies may have written something to you. Maybe ladies have been writing to you something? Thanks God, nobody written anything to me yet. It's all good. Not to embarrass a beloved woman. We do not give in to provocations, not a step back. Our hero Klever was with us today. Thank you. Glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes. The glory to the battalion Wild Field, glory forever to the Wild Field.
Я только бутылку
я же тебе не показал, я же тебе хотел передать, ёпарасы, подожди, я же специально хранил.
Гранатомет?
Да, гранатомет.
Так не треба, все.
На, гляди, тот самый пидорский флаг.
The same Russian flag.
Бойовая газета.
Military newspaper.
І вашу
For our victory and yours.
прапор, який
This is the same flag that was captured by our battalion. Meeting in Kremlin.
нашу газету.
They cosplay our newspaper.
Ти ж все свого не можу зробити.
They cannot do anything on their own.
Ще немає тут тебе всі газети.
You're not yet in this newspaper?
Що у вас в руках зараз?
What do you have in your hands now? What are you holding? This is destroyer of Russians. A gift from the boys. Very nice thing.
Нормальная штука. Лекарство, блин.
Medicine from the Muscovites. What is the caliber? 308.
8 калібр. І скільки він б'є? Скільки
Ну,
постріл?
будем
What is the range?
на 3 умыкал.
Let's say we can shoot someone from 3 kilometers. Well, is it still a virgin? No one has been killed yet?
Я біля 200 вже.
На этом, на байраке. На байраке было дело, прямо в байраке.
2 Russians were killed in the Bayrak.
Але не ви.
But it was not you who did it, not me.
Ну такая была. Рабочий.
It's a working horse.